Hello and welcome to Dario's Tabletop, and today I will show you how and why Spearhead is amazing. We're talking about Age of Sigmar Spearhead, and I truly enjoyed my first game against the Flesh Eater Courts. It was truly amazing, and yeah, let's show you the game and why I liked it so much. Let's get into it. So, before I start, I didn't want to play AO Spearhead. In fact, I don't even like Age of Sigmar that much. I played it when it came out, but only because I wanted to play fantasy, and that's why I got a few Skaven and all of that good stuff, as you can see here. But old world fantasy is calling me, and one day I came into my local game store and they were playing on this battlefield, something like this. And I was looking at it and it looked kind of cool, but I thought, okay, what fun can you have playing on this field with just what comes into the box? But I was kind of wrong, because it is a cool game. I think this time Games Workshop delivered a great game, and I will show you why and how, and maybe this is something you want to play or maybe you want to get into, so let me explain why I think Age of Sigmar Spearhead is a great game. So let me start at the beginning. So again, I had Skaven lying around, and my friends were playing it one day, and I looked at it and I kind of liked some of the units, some of the armies, and I knew that I could build my Skaven. I mean, I had pretty much everything. I had the red ogres, not the new ones, as you can see, this one's from the Isle of Blood, and this Skaven's from the Isle of Blood, and a mage and a warlock technicians. And I thought, okay, I only need this guy, and this guy was 12 euros from eBay, and the book was also just 12 euros and a bit of terrain, and you build it and you paint it up. I see I haven't painted up this one, so these figures are not yet finished, but I just needed a few things, so for a couple of bucks I could play it. And I'm playing, and I'm showing you now what Mario brought, and Mario brought his Flesh Eater Courts today. Again, beautifully painted. I think this is a big appeal of this game, that the figures are amazing. I mean, I'm buying lately a lot of Bolt Action and Warlord at Warlord Atlantic, Wargames Atlantic, but I think Games Workshop still delivers some great miniatures, and yeah, kudos for that. So that's really good, and yeah, just amazing stuff. And this is my Clawlord on Beast, I think, and it's all with contrast paints, and it was a fun and pleasure to paint it up. Again, it's not 100% done. I have to do a few things here and there, but yeah, I had tons of fun painting it, and I'm planning to go with these Skavens right into Old World, put them on movement trace, and play Old World. So for all of you waiting for Old World content. But today, yeah, let's focus on Spearhead. So you buy a Spearhead, you get the map, and here Mario already painted the terrain pieces, and you will be able to put down 2 big ones. These will be line of sight blocking, and 2 small ones just to block a bit the movement. And this board has 2 sides, a green one, I think that's Jade, and the red one, which is a flame, and with them comes cards, and these cards are truly cool. Each player gets 12 of these. These are like your mission tactics. I will go into them in a second. And then this is the book, and in the book there are the rules, but also all of your combat patrols with all of their abilities. So I could buy just this book and then get a different combat patrol, and I would have all the war scrolls on the table, and I think they didn't change much, so that's pretty cool. these are cool. These are your mission cards, the 12 you get. The game has 4 rounds, and each turn you draw 3. So you will probably draw through all 12, and this is in German now, but the first one is like, go for the mission, do this and that. Like I will show you, like here it's like you have to destroy a enemy unit, and you have to keep more units. Like the enemy has to lose more units than you lose, and you will gain a point. Or you could play this as an instant, like in Magic the Gathering, and it says that your unit gets to fight first in this turn, and that's great. I mean, the enemy could pick a melee battle, and you play this, and all of a sudden your unit fights first. Really strong, and abilities like this make this a game like simple to understand, hard to master. It gives you tons of flexibility, and I truly love that. Warhammer Underworlds had that, and in some sense different games have this element, and I think that's good. So as you can see, I have a passive, then I can choose one of these ones for my battle force, for my spearhead. Like one is for the general, or maybe for my shooting, that all my warp cannons get crit, or that when I fall back I don't take damage, mortal wounds. I think when you fall back you get, it's either V6 or it's a D6. I think it's a D6 damage, and then you can also give your general one of these effects, and I went for this one, that my Rattling Pistol does 2 V6 instead of 1 V6 damage. And as you can see, this are my passives that I can put some units in reserve and then let them come from gnawholds, and they have to be fully within 6 inches of the corner and 9 inches away from the enemy. I will show this in a second. And here are my passives. I won't go over all of them, but they're kind of cool, and maybe against different armies you want to choose different effects, so maybe to mitigate that a bit. Yeah. So beautiful. Let me open up the book. I think this guy is the Wargolf, and he has 7 attacks, hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. So I kind of like that in Age of Sigmar. If something is like big, like a beast, it doesn't hit as precise, but when it hits, it wounds a bit better, and then it hits like a truck. So with his maw attack, so it hits on a 3+, but it wounds on a 2+, and all of the rest, like, it's not overpowered. I think it's very reasonable how the units hit, what damage they do. Again, this is the setup, the deployment. Looking really good. I really like these terrain pieces. Can't wait to get to paint my own. Very flavorful. This one's also with the terrain pieces. Like, this is, I think, 6 inches. And yeah, Dario did a great job painting these up. Like, truly beautiful. I think terrain is also a big part of the game. Painted models just makes the game so much more beautiful. Yeah, just stunning work. Yeah. And now let's get into game. So this is my deployment. I left 2 units in the gnawholds, in the reserves, just for seeing and finding out what it does, how strong it is. And I put 1 10-man group of Skaven, my Lord on a beast, my Grazier and my Warlock Engineer behind of line of sight blocking terrain. And because I am the attacker, I start the game, or I think I can choose, but I want to start the game. And what I want to do is the following. Again, here, the setup. I then went for very beautiful colors. So here on this side, the beasts are waiting. These guys have fly. And this guy, their passive is that they, every time they do a wound, they get some, they kind of charge up. They can have up to 6 charges, and then for these 6 charges you can give up 2 and heal one of these ones, or give up 1 and heal one of these ones. And while this guy is inside this group, they give him also +1, 2. Let me see, to his armor save, I guess. Or wait. Yeah, to his armor save. So they are ready, and I go. And I draw 3 cards, and as you can see, I'm going for the missions, and yeah, I skip what's on those, but you can see you get additional points for holding this one, and an additional point for holding this one. And these are the plot twists. And the plot twist is, if somebody is ahead with the points, he's the underdog, and the outsider or the underdog gets this card, so it allows you to come back. It's just a minor buff for your own units, but it may help you come back into the game. That's really great. In this case, we have both 0 points. I win the dice roll, and I get it, and I will use the 6-up Feel No Pain or Invulnerable Save for my Skaven later. You will see. I use this ability, my Nahal ability, and wholly within 6 inches of the table or the corner, the edge, I come out with my red ogres, and I'm 9 inches away from the enemy, which is great because this Warpstone flamethrower has 10 inches of the reach. And so turn 1, I want to do the following thing. I'm going for the additional point here and the additional point here, so my mage is just running. They are just running, and with my engineer I take aim 24 inches and shoot at the beast. With the Rattling gun I shoot at the beast, and with my flamethrower I will shoot at the beast too. So pretty mean first activation, first round, but that's what I do. I'm trying to snipe out this beast because I know that he will do a great deal of damage, and he can also heal whenever he deals a wound or kills a model. He can heal V6 wounds, and as you can see, I think he has 8 life points, and now he has only 3. And then I go in with my Gnawlord and yeah, get it to 2. And I think he wounds my guy also, but my guy gets more attacks when he takes damage. Yeah. And also he plays a card, this guy, so Mario plays a card that my guy doesn't rent. No armor penetration for my guy, so that's pretty good. So he mitigates that damage and survives on 1 health point, on 1 life point. I think now it's Mario's activation, and he flies with these guys over all of the terrain, and now my Warlock Engineer is in peril, in danger. But I think there's nothing I can do, or nothing I can really do. The Crypt Ghouls, the Crypt Guard charges my Skaven, and also there are some battle line units. You will see it on your war scroll. They will have a red banner with 2 white arrows, and that means that sometimes your battle line units can be wiped out, and then you can bring them back from the reserves like 1 time. And my unit can do that, and I have 2 of these, so if they get wiped out in this battle, I can bring them back once, and my other ones also. And the Crypt Guard also has that ability, so should I wipe them, the enemy can bring him back once. That's pretty cool, because like battle line are readily available. maybe you lose him in battle, and then you can call for reinforcements. And yeah, these guys have 3 attacks. They hit on a 4, wound on a 4, rend 1, damage 1, and they will rip my Skaven apart. Yeah, they will rip apart pretty much everything they will touch, I would say. Because these are 30 attacks, and then 15 will hit, and then 7 will wound. Well, maybe, we'll see, okay? But it's a big chance that they could rip through them. And here you can see the Skaven fighting bravely, as brave as a rat can fight. But yeah, what can I say? This guy, the champion, also knocking them out. My warlock technician trying to fight off these knights on bats, but I think he falls. Yeah, he's going. Next game I will play him a bit better. And now I think this guy is attacking my guy, but I strike back and I just eat the guy. So yeah, kind of funny. Also, tell me what you think. Black borders, brown borders, let me know. And now this is how the game looks right now. So everybody lost a unit, maybe even 2. And this is what the game is like. You can also see that these are dimission markers and they are sticky. So in version 1 they were sticky. In version 2 of the game, I think they lost their sticky. Would you walk off this mission marker, they would not be sticky, but it doesn't make sense because like you have too few units in this game, so now they are sticky again. As you can see, Mario is still holding these ones, and now he gained 2 new ones. And when you score, you don't score 1, 2, 3, 4. You only score 1, 2. And if you have more than your opponent, you score 3. That's it. So you cannot snowball into infinity. But I'm leading with 5 points against 3 points. It's now turn 2. And we're again drawing the plot twist. And because Mario has 2 points fewer than me, he gets now the plot twist. And we will see what it will be. Yeah. This guy is now, the Grey Seer is now casting a spell. Don't worry, I ordered a real Grey Seer from the box, so I will update it. And he casts a spell, I think something like a smite. It's called, well, in German it's called verdorren, so he's kind of drying out that guy. And I think he makes 1 or 2 wounds on this guy. Well, maybe even more, maybe even 3 wounds. D3 attacks. And as you can see, now I'm coming back with my rats. I revived this one, so they cannot be revived anymore. I have to deploy them onto my table or board side and 3 inches from the enemy away. And then from the gnaw hole, I bring these ones in. They need to be 6 inches wholly within. Yeah, I have to see. And then I touch the base. I don't know if that, now that I'm thinking, I don't know if it's completely legal how I did it. But yeah, maybe I went too far in this direction. Probably, maybe not. But I'm touching the base. So I have to see for a later game. But yeah, so I'm bringing those in, and now these guys are ready to charge in here. These guys are ready to take the points for a mission, because I think if I'm in the enemy lines, I will score, and then I get also a point for scoring this mission marker. And as you can see, I run with my Grey Seer here, and I think if you have 1 unit in the enemy line, you score 1. So these ones are scoring. And if you have 2 units within 3 inches of the short edges, these are the short edges, you will score also another point, which is really good. And now my Clawlord is moving in. I'm thinking maybe I can knock this guy out, or maybe this one's out. And yeah, that would solve a bit of a problem. And yeah, I will proceed to shoot with these guys. I will shoot with a pistol, and shoot with a flamethrower. The flamethrower is pretty cool. It has 2 V6 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, rend 2, damage 1. You can also shoot in your melee. Like if you're in melee in the shooting phase, you can shoot with as well as the pistol as also the flamethrower. But piss poor shooting, I hit nothing, and it happens sometimes, but this guy is angry. He wants to see some cheese. I try to charge in with these guys, and you have to stay 3 inches away from the enemy. This is pretty cool. It's not like you can pile in 2 inches. Like you have to stay away 3 inches, and if you roll a double one, you can't make the charge. And that's sad, and that's how the way it is. And I charge in with this guy, the Flesh Eater. This guy has just 2 wounds, so I snag him up. And then I think they now realize that here 30 attacks are coming in. For the charges, you don't have to say what you're charging. You just say that you charge. And then I wanted to roll a very high charge, so I could go with my red ogres towards these guys. But they only had like a 7 or an 8. And so the only charge I could make was here. And so I decided to charge into these guys. And now we're fighting, and because I picked this first fight, it's not like everything that charges gets to fight first. In Age of Sigmar, it's like, okay, you're now in melee combat, so the player who charged, or the active player, can pick the first melee battle, then the other player chooses the next battle, and then it's like alternating activations. So these guys will fight next, and they eat 1 red ogre and do this guy another wound, but they will be able to charge next or to fight next. Then we pick I don't know why Mario fights here, I have to check, but yeah, these guys will fight now back, and 30 attacks against this guy, and I think they will rip him apart, and that's what I do. The ghouls are super hungry, and yeah, they have their swords, they have their maws, and so now I get to attack with my red ogres. They have 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, 1 brand, 2 damage, but now I do they have like warp stones within their flesh, and sometimes that gets itchy, and so you can trigger that itch, and you get W3 attacks. How do you pronounce that? V3 attacks, or you take V3 damage, and then you can add 1 attack to the profile of your attack. So gladly I roll a 1, so they just take 1 or 2. I just take 1 damage, and they get now each one 6 attacks, and they start wailing on these guys. I don't think I kill one, but I do damage, which is good enough. And now I think it's Mario's turn, or Mario's priority, and he's now attacking my reds and trying to feast, and it's end of turn 3, and as you can see we are both at 8 points. Pretty cool. And so Mario is thinking maybe he falls back with these guys. These guys have the effect that they can fall back without taking damage from the disengaging, and they have also fall back and charge if they want to. But he's measuring if he can get here and then also charge my magician, my sorcerer, or if he can. We're just pre-measuring, but I think the best option is then just to fight here. And yeah, he's just eating up my red ogres and not going for this one, because like I think he had a mission and he was just measuring what is best. And these guys are gone, they're not coming back. These guys could come back once, and yeah, wait a second. Oh, yeah, I brought them back again. I don't know, maybe I played it wrong, but yeah, I can bring them back again. I don't know if it has to be the same unit or just the same. How do you say? Yeah, we'll find out. I will ask Sebastian after this game. So I'm coming back with some reds, and I'm claiming now objectives, as you can see, just scoring. This guy's scoring, and again I'm scoring some missions, and also, like, I guess again, table edges or being in the opponent's flank. And it's now turn 4, and Mario has 12 points and I have 14. My prophet is casting a spell on a 6+. I do V3 or D3, yeah, you say D3 damage, and I just roll a 5. And then Mario plays on this guy a debuff, and I can only charge with 1 D6, and I can only run half. So this guy's crippled, he can't get into melee. I want to charge, I need a 6, I think, but I can't. So clan reds are moving up, and yeah, now that the opponent is kind of whittled down, the reds get wild and trying to eat the ghouls. We'll see what will happen, and I think this is not yet the end of the game. The ghouls cannot move out of combat. I mean, they can fall back and claim something, but they already have the mission markers. Like, they cannot reach this point or the other point or this point. This guy could fall back and maybe claim it, but yeah, I don't know the way it is. I think Mario tries to score this unit, and my guys tank it, and then it's the end of turn 4, and I have 18 points and Mario has 17 points, and I win the game very, very slightly. We had tons of fun. It was a really good game, and yeah, I think it's a good game. I don't know if it's if each spearhead is super balanced, but I would say just get what you want, play the game, have fun, paint the minis. It's just an amazing game. So I think Games Workshop did something very, very good here. Again, when you get the book, this is how the book looks like in German. You get the book, and all the war scrolls, all the factions you need are in the book. I'm sure some new factions came out, and maybe some older factions were retired, but I think it's a pretty neat book. And I got also these ones. Maybe I will play them. And yeah, it's a great game. This is how the terrain looks like, the map it comes with. And I hope I could help a bit and enjoy Spearhead. Let me know what you think, and we'll see us.